Hello, girls. So, you know that we have explained some of the vocabulary words today. In this video, I'm going to explain or to complete explaining the rest of the vocabulary words. So, the first vocabulary word is poultice. As you can see, poultice is a noun. And let's read the sentence in order to find the meaning of this vocabulary word. A poultice was applied to the wound to reduce swelling. So, let's look at the picture. If we look at the picture and if we reread the sentence, we can find out that a poultice is a soft, moist mass placed on the body to relieve soreness or to reduce swelling. So, what's a poultice? It's a soft mass, moist mass that can be placed on the body to relieve soreness or to reduce swelling. Now, demobilization. Demobilization allows soldiers to return to civilian life. What's demobilization? Let's look at the picture. You can see a huge number of soldiers. Actually, these soldiers were demobilized. So, when soldiers are demobilized, it means it is the process of disbanding armed forces after war. So, after war is over, all these soldiers were disbanded. Okay? The armed forces were disbanded, were demobilized. They are not going to fight anymore. So, demobilization is the process of disbanding armed forces after war. Now, intractable, which is an adjective. Let's read the sentence. The conflict seemed intractable despite peace talks. So, if I read the sentence, I found out or I can find out that intractable is something negative, it's not something positive. I want you to look at the picture as well. So, you can see that this man is trying to do something, but it seems difficult. So, if I say that the conflict seemed intractable, does it mean that the conflict can be solved easily, or it is something maybe difficult to be managed or to be solved? So, intractable means difficult to manage or solve. So the conflict seemed intractable, it seemed difficult to be managed or to be solved. Now, irrevocably, which is an adverb, we have ly at the end, which means this is an adverb which describes the verb in the sentence. What's irrevocably? The war irrevocably changed the lives of many families. So, what do you think the word irrevocably means? Irrevocably means in a way that cannot be changed or reversed. So, if the lives of these families were changed negatively, then they will stay the same. They are not going or they won't be changed again into the first position that they were in. So, if something changes or if something happens irrevocably, it means it happens in a way that cannot be changed or cannot be reversed. It has or it will stay the same. So irrevocably means in a way that cannot be changed or reversed. Spasms. Spasms is a noun. Let's find out the meaning of this vocabulary word. He felt spasms of pain after the injury. So, what is the meaning of this vocabulary word? Let's check the picture first. You can see that this lady has a spasm in her back. So, what's a spasm, girls? A spasm is a sudden involuntary muscle movement or burst of emotion. So, a spasm is a sudden involuntary muscle movement. It is a movement that happens involuntarily or it's a burst of emotion. Okay, so a spasm is a noun, it is a sudden involuntary muscle movement or a burst of emotion. Now, atrocities. Atrocities is a noun. Let's find out the meaning of the vocabulary word atrocities. The world condemned the atrocities committed during the war. So let's look at the picture. War crimes and atrocities. What do you think the word atrocities means? So, atrocities are extremely cruel or violent acts that usually happen during the war. So, atrocities are cruel or violent acts, and they are extremely cruel or violent acts. Now, truce. What's a truce? First of all, it's a noun. And let's look at the sentence first. Both sides agreed to a temporary truce. So, if we look at the picture, we can see two people shaking each other. So, what's the meaning of the word truce then? It is an agreement to stop fighting for a period of time. So, when two parties agree on a truce, it means they agree to stop fighting for a certain period of time, and then they might start fighting again. So a truce is an agreement to stop fighting for a period of time. The last vocabulary word is foraging. Foraging is a gerund noun form of the verb forage. Okay, so the sentence, the soldiers survived by foraging in the forest. So if we look at if we read the sentence and we look at the picture, what do you think the word foraging means? Of course, it means searching widely for food or supplies. Soldiers in the middle of the forest cannot survive, so they have to keep or they have to survive by foraging in the forest by searching widely for food or supplies. Thank you, girls, and I hope you understand the vocabulary or you have understood the vocabulary word.